Now, there could be as many as 14 million species of elephants on our planet, but they are thought to be vanishing at an alarming rate of about 100 a day. In and around the Amboseli National Park in Kenya, there is a route that these elephants have used for thousands of years. Over time, the activities of man and settlements grew along that path, and that has led to conflicts. Our Eco at Africa reporter lends up a clever approach to the problem.
We're with an officer from the International Fund for Animal Welfare, tracking one of 12 elephants fitted with GPS transmitters.
There you are. So the guy who is looking away from the rest of them is the Kimana male.
The young bull elephant is wearing a 6-kilo transmitter around his neck. But since he himself weighs about 5 tons, the animal scarcely notices it.
Elephants tend to, especially the big boys and even younger boys, because families stick together. The matriarch and the ladies and the babies stick together. But the boys tend to hang out in small groups or big groups. So now he's in a sort of bachelor herd. So he's hanging out with the boys, and you could see they are the big boys. He's in the middle of them, and then there are the younger boys, like the guy who was running behind. He's a little guy who is just joined the herd and learning the tricks of being a big bull in a herd of elephants.
The elephant's migration patterns show that when he leaves the national park, he never goes farther than the border to Tanzania. Then he turns back, as if he knew that elephant hunting is allowed there. At just 390 square kilometers, the park is relatively small, but the ecosystem in which the animals from Amboseli move is about 20 times larger. About 1,400 elephants live in the Amboseli Basin. In the evening, they leave the park to find food. In the morning, they return to head for the watering holes. The same goes for the cattle of the Maasai people.
Elephants and livestock tend to go together. They are both grazers. They work together. And I've seen livestock and elephants grazing together very harmoniously without a problem.
The lives of the Maasai revolve around their cattle. A family's wealth is measured by the size of its herd. Even their houses are made of cow dung mixed with clay. After heavy rainfalls, the roofs have to be resealed. Times are hard. With poverty come new problems. Some of the Maasai communities in Amboseli have partitioned and sold their land. Investors from Nairobi are now cultivating maize where elephants and other wild animals used to forage for food. More and more bush and grazing land is vanishing. Bernard Tulito, a Maasai himself, has been observing that development with trepidation.
This is madness because the moment you sell your land and you don't have any place where you live, where you can go or where you can put your livestock, it is end of you. I've seen a scenario whereby one of the culprits of elephant poaching, we realize it is one of the guys who have sold his land.
That's why Tulito is out visiting the villages every day. He knows the animals will only have a chance if the lives of the people improve. That means providing grants for education and creating jobs. The International Fund for Animal Welfare has trained 30 Maasai to be community wildlife rangers. On patrol, they look for evidence of wounded animals and signs of poaching. Someone has stretched thick steel wire between these trees, a lethal trap for giraffes whose meat and hides are highly valued beyond the border.
This is near for giraffe. We got it here early in the morning.
At the foot of Mount Kilimanjaro, the International Fund for Animal Welfare has leased an additional 6,500 hectares from the Maasai. That provides them a regular income and protects the land from further settlement. The elephants come here to feed or use the Kitenden corridor as a transit route to reach other grazing land. In this way, even the smallest of these elephants can live to a ripe old age of 60 in safety here.